How's it going, everybody? It is a chilly day here. It is just before Christmas. It's the week of Christmas, so that flew up on me fast. So if in case you guys don't watch the end, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have wonderful holidays. We'll start out with that. This is part 2 of the answering questions video. I got so many questions, I had to make 2 videos out of it. The last one went over pretty good, I thought. So like I said, here's part 2. We're gonna start right off. We're inside the shed right now doing some work. We got the 29 hooked up to the generator in case we have any power outage. I got the baler here, the 520, the mower. And the first question is from Randy Bennett. Haven't seen the 3020 much this year. What do you use it for mostly? Randy, I'm assuming this is the one you mean right here. Now, we did have a 3020. You might have seen a really old video. Don't think I really did a video that had the 3020 in it that I was using it. I think I did a really old video where it was just kind of sitting there. But anyway, you probably just meant this tractor. Anyway. The 3010, this is the 1961 John Deere 3010. This is the first tractor when my parents moved up here in 1976. They're both originally from New Jersey. They moved up here and got this farm. The muffler. My brother hit something with the muffler. It looks like I need to replace that. But anyway, we don't use this for a lot. This is kind of like the 520 at this point. Things are getting bigger. We just use this to kind of move wagons around, hay wagons mainly. The 29 had an issue this summer, so that was at Cass Equipment. So while that was up getting worked on, we put this on the rake, and we were raking a lot of hay with it. But we did use the 3010 this year when my dad, he had it on the John Deere 8300 grain drill. And he wanted a nice light tractor, so he had the 3010 on there, and he was drilling in soybeans with that. So with that little grain drill and that 3010, he was moving pretty good. So Russ Meredith wants to know, what hybrid do we grow? So everything we grow here, well, I should say everything, the corn, the soybeans, the alfalfa, that is Pioneer seed. My dad is a salesman for Pioneer, so we grow Pioneer. Very happy with the Pioneer seed and the crops and everything like that. So Gerald French wants to know, do we have any future plans of expansion? And I don't know. Not as of right now. Nothing extraordinary as of right now. We'll see what the future holds. As of right now, we're just trying to just keep moving in 2022. And I know you didn't specifically ask 2022, but just future. So you're always thinking how you can improve and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of have to see what the future holds for us. So my buddy Travis, Northeast Ohio farmer, wants to know, what's your schedule on maintenance as far as greasing and oil changes? How many hours for greasing tractors and equipment? How many hours for greasing the tractor? Like, how many hours does it take? I'm just assuming when the tractor's done greasing it, we're done greasing it. You're probably asking how many hours in between. Mainly, we bring things in at the end of the winter, beginning of spring, before we get it out in the fields. And we'll bring them in, and we'll do oil changes, go through oil changes, filter changes, go through grease everything. And then it all depends on the tractor, Travis. Like I said, the 4055 gets used a lot, so we're gonna have that in and grease it up a lot more, obviously, than something like the 29, who will put this on the corn planter and it'll plant corn. And then it's basically just sitting on the hay rake, and we're raking hay with it in the summertime. And then that's basically it for this thing. And like the 4555, that does a lot of work as far as tillage work, and then it's kind of just in between chopping and stuff like that. So I hope I'm saying your name right. Jeff Warmka, I hope it is. Here in Minnesota on our farm, we have duals on all field tractors. Even our 3020 has duals. I don't see duals on your tractors. Why is that? Thank you. David Theus, well, why don't you ever run duals when you're doing any tillage work? Not just for wet conditions, but for field compaction. Keep the videos coming. The way you guys farm is the way we used to. So David and Jeff, we used to run duals. I'll put up a picture right here. Here is the lineup of tractors back in the early 2000s. The 4040, we used to run snap-on duals, and we got away from that. They were kind of a pain in the butt, so we got rid of the snap-on duals, and it used to have 18.4s. That tractor actually came from Andy Horrigan from Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating, the 4040, and he had 18.4 38s on the back. We got rid of the 18.4s, and we put a wider, it's a metric, I think it worked. I'm trying to remember what it's, I think it's like a 24 or so. It's a wider rear tire, so we have that instead of the duals. We just run it, and I wish the tractor's up, the 4040's up at Kaz Equipment, so I can't really show you guys right now, but we're standing here at the 4555. This is the one I hear a lot of. Why doesn't it have duals? We did not buy this tractor brand new. As this tractor is sitting is how we bought it, with the exception of the chrome pipe. I just put, let me figure out where I'm pointing here. With the exception of the chrome pipe, I just put that on this past year. But this is how it was set up, and I never really have had, I know what you guys are talking about with compaction and stuff like that, but I've never really had an issue with it. We go through with our chisel plow, and we can sink it in pretty deep, and we really haven't had compaction issues. I'm pretty happy with the way our crops look all around, not just in certain areas. We try not to run the trucks in and out of there if we don't have to. We've talked about a merger for alfalfa, not only to speed up alfalfa, make less passes with the tractor and chopper, but also less passes on the field for compaction. But I mean, if we really felt it was an issue, I mean, we could get snap-ons for this. But like I said, as of right now, it's really not an issue. We're running an 18-foot disc with this, and yeah, sorry, it's not the best answer, I guess, but I mean, I don't see it being an issue right now. If we were to get like, if I was to get another tractor like a 7810 and we're not gonna, trust me, not right now. If we were getting another bigger tractor kind of like this for tillage, and we found one I wouldn't not get a tractor just because it has duals. We don't have anything against duals. It's just this is the tractor we found. It wasn't too far away. We really liked it. It just didn't have duals on it. Not the end of the world. So Scooter Pooter wants to know, Mike, thanks for taking the time to answer questions. You're so down to earth about things. Just wondering what you guys do with manure when you can't get in the fields. How do you guys clean the barnyards and inside the cow barn and heifer barn? I would like to see how you do it. Thanks, Scooter. Well, Scooter, you're welcome for answering the questions. And how fitting you'd be asking about manure with a name like Pooter. But anyway, I am standing at this shed right here. This is our manure storage. When we can't get out in the field, my brother comes, there's the silo right there. He will come around, pull up here, and he will just spread the manure into here. We'll take the skid steer and push it back. You can see he's got it all cleaned out right now. So we are all ready for the winter. We really haven't had anything for snow, as you can see. We just got a little dusting last night, but we got nothing for snow, so he can still get out there. He can still get out there and spread right now. As far as how we clean out the barn, we have a in the milking barn is an old tie stall barn. So we turn on the barn cleaner, that drops it in right into the manure spreader, and then he takes it out and spreads with that. As far as the heifer shed goes, that's the freestall barn. We can take the larger group, put them outside, and then we can open the gate, go in there and get scoops. Scoop the manure out, clean everything out, put it in the manure spreader. And on the smaller animal side, the smaller heifer side, they have a bedding pack that we can put them in, or we can put them into the bedding pack and then clean their walkway, and then vice versa. We can lock them in the walkway and clean the bedding pack out. And I'm glad you enjoyed that I take the time to answer the questions. Like I said in the last video, it's something that I think that I really enjoy doing, and it kind of keeps it keeps things more what's the word I'm trying to think of here? It just makes it more neighborly. It makes it more like a neighborly channel, and it just I like the interaction with everybody. So here's a couple questions here. Tim Stevens wants to know, why don't you bale stalks for bedding? And I want to say there was somebody else that asked about bedding. do we bale up the stalks or anything. So if I missed the comment, I'm sorry, but I'll answer your question right now. We don't bale up corn stalks. We disc them up, and we put, disc them up and leave them to break up in the field. We bale straw, and we have some bedding hay, and then we put it in this bedding chopper right here. The bedding chopper chops up all the straw or hay and shoots it into their stall, and we also use it inside the free stall in the bedding pack of the free stall, the small heifers. So that's what we use for bedding. The corn stalk bales, corn stalks are really hard on balers, so we don't have a round baler or a large square baler. I've never seen anybody, not saying that no one does it, I'm just saying I've never seen anybody make small square bales out of corn stalks, but they are awfully rough on balers. So like I said, we just run a disc over ours and break them up and let them compost out in the field for the winter time. So James McCracken says, Mike, great video as always. I wish I could read today. I do wish you would show more milking the cows. We milk for years, we miss it. Do you and your brother live on the family farm? Yeah, me and my brother both live very, very close. Our families are very, very close too. Our kids are very similar in age, so that's always nice. What's up, cat? I'm doing a video now, quiet. So here's one little clip of here's a nice little picture of my daughter milking the cows with Papa, and very, very fortunate that my kids get to come down and spend some time with their grandfather and all that good stuff. So yeah, we live right here on the farm. Sit down here a second. Is that okay if I sit next to you? I don't think they care. And even though she was in the last video. Hey, baby. Hey, Faith. Hey, Faith. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, you're one of the favorites, huh, sweetheart? Oh, yeah. You're a sweet girl, aren't you? You're a sweet... Oh, I know, honey. You're a sweet girl. Where's AJ? AJ's not next to you anymore. Daisy is. And the cat just scared her. Hi, Faith. Oh. You're gonna hog up the camera time now? Huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You are a sweet girl, aren't you? You are a sweetheart. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Daisy. You're such a good girl, huh? You're such a sweet girl. So here's a nice comment from One Happy Farmer, Jeff Ramone. Nice, decent. I love the John Deere tractors. I secretly love that green. As much as I pick on them and say I love the New Hollander Fords, I just love that John Deere green. It holds a special place in my heart. Well, Jeff, that's awesome. I am glad you love the green so much. Here's some green for you. I know how much you love that green paint. In all seriousness, me and Jeff joke around about joke around with each other about green and blue. So you know what? My uncle has a bunch of Ford tractors and a New Holland. That's what they had growing up. So the blue tractors do hold a special place in my heart because, like I said, we have all green here, with exception of that little orange thing over there. But I don't really count that a farm tractor. But you know what, Jeff? I do show a lot of green on the channel because that's what I got. But here's a little something just for you. Here's an interesting question. I hope I say your name right. Gary Bridger. I see the Mets have been spending a lot of money this November. Will it help? Gary, I hope so. I am a lifelong Mets fan. I think I got Mets pictures right up here. my uncle, my cousins were all Mets fans. My older brother, my parents were Mets fans. I grew up knowing a lot of Yankee fans, and I was always jealous when they had an owner like George Steinbrenner that could just want the best for his team and just say, hey, let's spend what it takes, and let's get championship players in here, and let's win World Series. We're sitting there talking about farming and agriculture. It's nice to throw that curveball, pardon the pun, for the baseball question at everything. But yes, I am a big Mets fan, so I hope the Mets do well this year. So we're going to finish up here with Dembeck Farms. When are you coming down for a beer? Dembeck Farms, that's Steve. He doesn't live too far from, he's just over the New Jersey-New York border. He's in the New York side. He's not too far from my uncle's farm down in New Jersey. And I'm going to roll that into this question also. Grumpy Farmer asked, I was going to ask you who's your favorite YouTuber to drink a beer with, but I didn't. Thanks, Andy. Steve, let's get to yours first. You don't live too far away from my uncle down in New Jersey. You're on the New York side of things, but like I said, you're down near my uncle's in New Jersey, so hopefully I can get down there and visit one of these days. As far as Andy saying who was my favorite YouTuber to have a beer with, I've had a beer like Steve's asking me to, but I have actually had a drink with Andy up at his place, and I also I've had a beer with the other Andy from New York, Andy Horgan from Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating. So I've been very fortunate during this whole YouTube experience to have met a lot of YouTubers. I was able to meet Mudflaps, ISX Cummings, and I'm going to forget the number of but I was able to meet him. Chris DeHaven from DeHaven Family Farms. I was able to meet him, and we sat there and had a nice talk for a couple of hours. And actually, I just called him probably about a month or so ago, or it was a little while ago. I had an issue with the Kubota, and so I called Chris to pick his brain a little bit on that. Like I said, Andy Horgan, I was able to, I've called Andy and, hey, I'm in your area. I'm going to stop by if that's okay. Grumpy Farmer and the other Andy, we'll text back and forth a few times, and I've stopped in and visited you a couple times. It's always been a wonderful visit every single time I've stopped in. He's not getting up to get the gun yet. That's good. Oh. I heard there's a grumpy farmer that lives here. I met Eric from The Farming Life. I met him a couple years ago when my uncle was selling his cows. They went down to PA to an auction place down there, and Eric was going to be down there. He actually bought a calf down there that day, so I was able to talk to him a little bit, meet him, say hello, and talk to him a little bit. We didn't get to talk too much because the auction barn was kind of small, so I mean, when the auction's going on, you don't want to be sitting there just jabbering away. But I was able to talk to him a little bit, and meet up with him. I met Farming Some Bitch this summer at his show that he does out there. His event that he hosts out there was great to meet him. That's the place where I met Chris Duffy from Duffy Ag. It was great meeting him. Great guy. Like I said, I've been very fortunate to meet. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I would love to meet YouTubers like like Ben Vesser from Vesser Cattle Company, Jeff Ramone. I'd love to meet him sometime. Northeast Ohio farmer Travis. We talk sometimes, and it'd be nice to meet. I'd love to meet Wes Pandy someday, and of course the bigger channels like Wes Pandy and Zach. It'd be cool to meet those guys. Ryan from How Farms Work, or Travis from the other. The rest of the story. Those are some bigger channels. It'd be cool to meet those guys. Mac Farms up in Canada, great channel. great farm. It's like I think they milk around 60 cows. It's an absolutely beautiful barn. We've talked a little bit on Messenger. It'd be great to meet him sometime. But I've been very fortunate. I met Laura Farms this summer at Empire Farm Days. That was fun and great to meet her and her husband Grant. They were both really great people. But you know, like I said, I've been very fortunate throughout this whole process, and if I forget anybody, I apologize. I've also been very fortunate to meet a lot of you subscribers. I love when the subscribers come up to me and they just say, hey, they stop me and say, hey, I just want to say hello and I really love the channel. It's been a great experience. I'm blown away by it. Like I said in the last video, I never thought 16 people would want to watch these videos, let alone 16,000. And it's been very, you know, I'm very humbled by the whole thing. And this is why I like to do videos like this, interactive videos, where, you know, I like to interact with you guys. I like to reply to the comments. I hope that this channel continues to grow, and not only just grow, but I hope I can still keep, you know, I don't want to miss anybody's comment. So, like I said, if you take the time out to wish me, you know, to say good video, or, you know, have a comment or a question or something like that, I can take the time out to at least say thank you, or hopefully get your comment or question answered. So like I said, I'm so humbled by all this. It's been great, and I really appreciate it all. Hopefully we can continue to keep growing this channel, and that'd be great. I got a commercial playing in the background. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Like I said, I've been blown away by all this. I hope I didn't miss anybody's question. If I did miss someone's question, or you have another question, maybe we can do this later on. Like I said, things are going to start slowing down here when we're not in the field, so maybe we can do more of these Q&As. I do want to get some live streams going, so I can sit down, and it'd be nice to answer your question, you know, instead of waiting for the video. The good things about these last two videos is I tried to put in more. Like I said, I tried to put your guys' question on the screen, and I tried to add in not just what I'm rambling about, but show you what I'm rambling about as far as old footage and stuff like that. So it's not just me sitting here just blah blah blah. And I always feel like a live stream for me is going to be boring, because that's what it's going to be. It's just me just sitting there rambling. And but you know, if you guys want to do some live stream, the cool thing about the live streams, the interaction, and we could definitely do some more of them. I got to get the grain truck fired up, because got to get that all cleaned out. There was a little bit of snow in the back. I got to get that cleaned out, because we're getting ready to haul some soybeans. So the next video you're going to be seeing is me hauling soybeans to the mill. Thank you guys so much for everything. You can come here. Thank you guys so much for everything. You're going to give a thumbs up? You give him a thumbs up. Hey, my little spokes guy here. So yeah. I want to wish everyone, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you've suffered through the whole video, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate. I hope it is a bright one and wonderful one, filled with good times and wonderful people, family and friends. But Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Have a happy and safe Christmas. I'll probably post another one before New Year's, but if I don't have a happy and safe New Year's, thumbs up if you like this video. Drop me a question or comment below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thumbs up to you. I totally appreciate it. Or you know what? Pause up. We totally appreciate it. Pause up. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, everybody. I'm going to take a sip of coffee on the way out. Have a good one.